What's up, guys? Welcome to the install video for the Native Classics pack. That's right, the first inaugural pack dedicated to the UADX platform. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to install the Classics pack, as well as kind of get the most from it, how to make sure that you're gain staging right and whatnot. So before we get into that, I just need to say thank you so much for the support. It means the world to me. You know, making these videos for YouTube is not easy. Takes a lot of time. This enables me to do that. So thank you for everybody that supported me already. And for those of you who are new and this is your first preset pack, again, thank you. All right, so let's dive into the installation side of it. First things first, you're gonna wanna make sure that all your software is up to date. That's probably a given, but I just wanna make sure that I say that on the front side. Make sure all your stuff's up to date. All right, so on my screen here, I have the Classics pack as it would be if you have downloaded it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is double click to unzip it, and you'll get this folder here. Then from there, you double click that and you'll have the install guide, which I highly recommend reading. Then you have the presets, and the presets are categorized into two main categories. You've got bus presets and then track presets. Within the bus presets, you've got more categories here. So you've got acoustic bass drums, effects, all that kind of stuff. But installation is really, really simple here. We're just gonna grab the folder that's within the header or the parent folder here, and we're gonna drag that to its destination. So the path, I'm just gonna read it along here: Macintosh HD, and then users, your home folder, music, audio music apps, channel strip settings, and finally, this is where we're going to drag and drop our presets for installation. So if you read the manual, it says to grab this folder like so and drop it in there. Okay, cool. Those are installed. Now we got to do the track presets. And here we go. Awesome. It was easy as that, installing these presets. The cool thing about these presets is that when you use Logic, they're gonna show up like super easy. So let's dive in and take a look at Logic and see how to get the most from them. All right, so we've got our project pulled up here. I'm gonna show you how to load a preset on a track and on a bus. It's pretty easy. So right up here, if you follow the manual, it tells you where it says settings, right up at the top, and click here, and if it's a track, you'll come down to this bottom menu and it says Class X or Classics. And you just go through and you choose what you want. So let's take a look at an example on this acoustic guitar. Here's a before. Let's load up Neve Shine. Let's see what this sounds like. Pretty cool, just adds a little bit of top end there. Let's try a different one. Let's try acoustic guitar tamed, and it loads up in 1176. Just a bit of light compression. So let's take a look at a bus. Buses are a little bit different. How you get there is the same thing. So you click on the settings area, and I had already had a previous one on there, so I'm going to try a different one here. And you go to where it says user channel strip, user channel strip settings, and then you'll find the Classics folder. And we'll go to acoustic, and let's try shimmery acoustic bus. All right, let's try it with this off, and let's listen to some context here. So this is going to be hard panned. Let's bring up the other acoustic. Now let's listen to a section of the song where it gets a little more lively. Let's listen to this chorus bit. very cool. It gets really warm. You can hear that compression on the Studer, on the tape machine, and that saturation start to come through. Very cool. It was recorded really well, so I mean, it sounds good without it, but really important thing to note when you're setting your presets is to understand how to get the right level for your preset or your signal. So I've kind of went off the internet standard. I don't know, I like to call it that because I think it's kind of what everyone talks about, where you kind of try to get your average level between -18 dB and -12, somewhere in there, and your peaks kind of in that -9 to -6 dB range. That's kind of loosely where I'm expecting the signal to go. So I'm going to show you exactly how to set this if, say, your signal's not really there. So the first things first, let's see, we have to have our fader here at 0 unity gain to see where our peaks are and where our average signal is. So let's just listen to this guy again. And I've went to the loudest part of the song as well for this acoustic guitar track. So our peak here is kind of hitting in that nice area of -11, -12. Our average volume is kind of sitting around that -18, -15 mark. All cool. But what happens if your signal is kind of way up there? Well, up here in this little info panel, you've got the clip gain. And this is where you're going to want to set your levels if you have any sort of mismatch, right? So if it's too quiet, you can gain it up, and you can see my clip itself, the WAV file itself in the timeline is getting bigger. Or you could pull it down if it, it's getting quieter if the signal is too hot. So that is before you set your fader level, so that whenever you turn your processing on, it goes off your clip gain on the track, not where your fader's at. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're setting your levels going into the presets. Let's take another look at something a little different. Let's listen to the drums here. I've got a number of presets kind of spread across the drums here. So I've got a drum bus here. I've got a kick, a sub kick, snare presets, snare bottom preset. I've got a toms up there. I've got a mono room. I've got an 808 drivey thing going on. And then I've got some effects here too. So let's just take a listen to just the drums on its own. Pretty cool. Let's listen to a cleaner section. Cool, now let's add in some of these effects that I've kind of built here. First one is the parallel drum bus. Let's take a listen. Parallel bus compression is a cool technique to kind of bring out some of the life in the room. And it's kind of a cool little effect to play with. So I've kind of sent here, you can see that this one's bus 4. I've sent a number of stuff to it. So I've sent some of the kicks, some of the sub at varying levels. I just kind of found where I liked it to be. But you can see the biggest level is the overheads and the far room. So it plays really nice with those signals. And the only reason I'm adding the kick and the snare here is just to kind of get some more body behind it. Now let's take a look at what I did here with drum verb. So I loaded up one of my snare reverb settings. Very cool. That really opens up the snare. Now, a trick that I use with this particular one, I just send the top snare I don't really like to send the bottom snare to my verbs, just the top. So experiment on your own, see what you like the best. And now I'm gonna show you one of my favorite ones here. This is like the Bonham delay trick. I think this is pretty cool. Very cool, very vibey. Just kind of brings a little bit more life out of your drum kit, and you can play around with the timing on that. Just play around with it, make it your own. But it's a great preset, great effect, great trick. Really good stuff. I hope you guys enjoy it. If there's any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd be happy to answer. Before we go, I just want to show a big before and after. So let's listen without the Bonham effect. Of course, these effects didn't exist either. So let's just turn all of these off at once. And here's just the drums. I hope you guys really like these presets. I had a lot of fun making them. I'm having a lot of fun exploring UAD Spark and the new plugins, or should I say the native versions of the plugins. I'm finding it way cool to just load up as many Neeves as my computer can handle. And I really also like not having the Lexicon 224 take up some of my DSP. I really hope you guys enjoy all of these presets. Until next time, guys, we'll see you. I really hope that you guys get a lot from these presets. And again, it means the world to me that you're showing some support to the channel. I'm going to be diving into UADX quite a bit. Of course, a ton of new Luna content as well. And some other stuff that's totally different outside of that scope. More creative kind of stuff too. So appreciate all the support, guys. And we'll see you back on the channel.